WWE talent. The WWE currently has, you named Triple H, you named Randy Orton, John Cena, Edge. Let's not forget about The Undertaker. Let's not forget about Shawn Michaels. You got Jeff Hardy, who's a main event. He's main eventing a pay-per-view this coming Sunday. The WWE actually makes a conscious effort to give other superstars an opportunity to get up to the main event level. I know it took Jeff Hardy a long time, but he got there. Edge got there. Randy Orton got there. TNA is stagnant. They have all the old guys at the top, while AJ Styles, while Robert Roode, while Samoa Joe is at the bottom. So I'm definitely taking that. WWE all day.
Point goes to the champ with the homegrown talent of the WWE dominating the scene. 2-1 Demetrius.
That makes it good because they're homegrown.
Plus,
whatever.
Plus, he is plugging away with his lexicon word, fogies. That word will be in everybody's vocabulary by the time this show gets picked up for Sirius Radio, okay?
Yeah.
Right. The word of the day, listeners, is fogies. Old guys who should not be main eventing for any promotion.
All right.
My baby's going nuts. Excuse me, guys.
I don't think your child is happy that you're losing. You better step your game up.
Man, Demetrius, what are you doing to my family? You're like freaking Randy Orton here.
Hey, you're the legacy. That's your baby over there. You are the legacy. You got the legacy over there. I'm the animal, I guess, in this role. I don't know.
Oh my.
All right.
Number 4. This goes to Demetrius.
I'm ready.
Bret Hart is going to be showing up at a Ring of Honor show in the upcoming week.
Wow.
Take it or leave it that Bret Hart will show up. Take it or leave it that Bret Hart will show up on WWE TV one more time.
You know what? I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna tell you when Bret Hart is gonna show up on WWE television. He's alluded to it in past interviews and such. Bret Hart will show up on WWE television again. I don't think you're going to see him on a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or pay-per-view or anything like that. Bret Hart's going to show up on WWE television to induct his brother Owen in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's actually trying to pitch for, he thinks his father is deserving of a spot, which, hey, I agree with, man. The Dungeon, Stu Hart, is historic. You got wrestlers in the WWE who are students from the Dungeon, like, Natalya and Tyson Kidd, and now David Hart Smith. So, yes, Bret Hart will appear on WWE television again to induct his brother and potentially his father in the Hall of Fame.
Darius, Mr. Wikipedia.
Yes, I'm going to have to take this as well, mostly for the same reasons Demetrius said, but in addition to his father coming on and his brother coming on, I think we shall also see him on screen because he has stated recently that he has interest in coming back. People proposed the question, actually not for the WWE, but TNA, but he says he doesn't want to do a commissioner role. He doesn't want, obviously he can't wrestle or anything in that nature, so he doesn't want to do a GM, but he has not X'd out the fact of being a manager for whom? The New Heart Foundation. What better way to kick it off to give them the credibility that puts them over the top than have the original member leading the way. Him on the mic, it will be dynamic. Yes, he will induct his father. Yes, he will induct his brother, but he will also be there to give the Hart Foundation their initial push, much like his father kept showing up time and time again for him when he was feuding with Lawler.
Oh.
Is there a place for a rebuttal?
No, there is not. No, I'm taking this point.
Because
Leave it alone.
I have a rebuttal that's a great point. Well, go ahead. Do what you got to do, Shane.
Okay, because I think you know where I'm going with this, that it's tied at 2 because the point goes to Mr. Wikipedia.
Well, listen here, Mr. Wikipedia. Bret Hart, and you get the points. I like the whole manager thing for the New Hart Foundation. I don't think he would do that because I don't think it would be more about him than it would be about Natalya, Tyson Kidd, and D.A. Smith. Him managing the New Hart Foundation, I don't know that it would do them. I mean, sure, it would get them noticed because they're managed by Bret Hart, but it would be more about Bret than it is about them, and I think that would take away from the advancement of their careers. That would be my rebuttal, but you got the point.
The rebuttal to the rebuttal is, what about Harley Race managing Vader? He's a Hall of Famer. He's the man. Nobody said anything about Harley Race getting the spotlight.
But
Vader,
Harley Race's career was pretty much, over, and I understand that Bret Hart's career is over. He can't wrestle anymore, but you got millions and millions of fans who are clamoring for some type of Bret Hart appearance on WWE television. I don't know that at the time Vader was coming up, you had millions and millions of fans clamoring for Harley Race to come back. I think his time had passed. I think Bret Hart's time has passed, but he left in a way that it kind of left fans. Obviously, it was out of his control, but he left in a way that kind of left fans hanging and clamoring for more, similar to like The Rock leaving. I mean, fans want to see The Rock come back. I don't think Harley Race left that way.
Well,
okay.
That's all right. We'll leave it. It's done.
Yes, let's
We can
stop
go on
with
for hours.
the multiple rebuttals. Even
That
though
was a
I
great
would
debate there. That was a great debate, Shay. You stopped it.
we have to finish the T2T, okay? We have to
All
finish
right.
the T2T. Even though, if I could throw in my 2 cents, I don't think the manager, it wouldn't take away from the New Hart Foundation because many of today's audience don't know who the heck Bret Hart is anyway.
So
I disagree with that. I don't agree with that. I think people know who Bret Hart is.
Remember, we're in a PG era. There's a lot of young fans today that did not see Bret Hart.
I think they know him, but just know him by name, not by work.
I guess I can go with that. I can go with that as well.
All right.
All right. Somebody in the chat room just said that, Demetrius, you lost that debate. So my point to Darius still stands.
Whoever that was in the chat room, whatever.
He obviously knows his stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
and this is for all the marbles. We will start with the challenger. Question number 5. Fans, not insiders, are ruining the wrestling product. Take it or leave it.
Woo! Fans, not insiders. I'm going to have to take that. I'm going to go the unobvious route like my competitor probably will. The fans are ruining wrestling for this very reason. They're never pleased. They're never happy. They're always wanting more. And yes, they should. The WWE should leave them for wanting more, but not to the degree where Vince had to try and kill himself 3 times to try and make these guys happy. And that didn't work. They were still, disappointed. So there's nothing that WWE, they pushed WWE to a point where there's nothing they can do that can surprise us. We got a little bit of a shock and surprise when he got booted by Randy Orton, but what happened? Just 3 weeks later, it was stale to us. It was no longer good enough. So we're always clamoring for more, and we can't be happy with what we've got. and how great it is in the moment. We'll